System x plus 2y equals 7 and 3x minus 2y equals 5. So we're going to solve this using graphing method. We're going to find its solution. So to use the graphing method, of course, we need to graph each equation. So first, we could use 2 points, or you find 2 points in order to graph each linear equation. So you have your x, then y, or the pair x, y. You only need 2 points. Other one, the same thing. X, Y, or the pair X, Y. So that it's easy for us to graph. We could find their x and y intercept. So for x intercept, we need to let y to be equal to 0. So you have here, so if your y equals 0, substitute x plus 2 times 0 equals 7. That means to say x is 7, since 2 times 0 is 0. So you have 7, 0. And then you have also, if to get the y-intercept, so we need to let x to be equal to 0. So 0 plus 2y equals 7. So you have 2y equals 7. So we divide by 2. So y, definitely 7 over 2, that is 3.5. So your y is 3.5. So you have an ordered pair 3, 0, 3.5. And then next, here also x-intercept. So you let y 0. So you solve. So 3x plus 2, your y is 0 equals 5. So you have 3x equals 5. So we need to divide by 3. So very obvious, your x is 1 2/3. So 1 2/3. And then lastly, your y-intercept, so your x is 0. So 3 times 0 minus, sorry, this is minus, but don't worry, it cannot affect since 2 times 0 is 0. So 3x, so 2y equals 5. So negative 2y equals 5. So definitely you need to divide negative 2. So therefore y is negative 2.5. So 0, negative 2.5. Okay, we need to make a Cartesian plane. Your y-axis and then your x-axis. So to make a Cartesian plane, see to it the distance or the gap between two numbers is consistent. So if we choose 1 unit, so all over, or all the axes have the gap 1 unit. So I'm using here, it's just estimation. I suggest you use graphing paper, because that's almost perfect when you use graphing paper. And like this, with just a plain paper, you could still graph, but definitely you could get an answer that is not accurate. So I really highly suggest that you use graphing paper. Okay, let's graph. We start with x plus 2y equals 7. So 7, 0. So here 7, 0. Next is 0, 3.5. So along y-axis. So it's between 3 and 4. So here 0, 3.5. And then you connect the 2 points. You could use ruler class at your home because to avoid imperfections. So you can see I find it hard. So this is the graph of, you label it, x plus 2y equals 7. Okay, next we're going to graph 3x minus 2y equals 5. So you have your 1 and 2/3, 0. So that is along x-axis, that is between 1 and 2. So you divide between 1 and 2 into 3 parts, since the limit is 3. 1, 2, and then 3 here. So obvious, this is 1 and 2/3, 0. And then next, 0, negative 2.5. So that's very obvious. That is found in the negative y-axis. So it's between negative 2 and 3. So here, this is 0, negative 2.5. And then you connect. So as you can see, they have intersection. Don't forget to label. This is line 3x minus 2y equals 5. So you have here, just identify the intersection. The intersection is at, this is 3, 2. So therefore, the solution set is 3, 2. So you could check your answer, class, by substituting the value of your ordered pair.